to a farmer father, our guest today has seen it all and done it all. Still, his love for agriculture stands out. He is 2013 Forbes Africa Person of the Year and is the first Nigerian to be elected President of the African Development Bank. In case you're wondering who our guest is, we'll reveal his identity after this break. This is the Sunday Interview. I'm Jokeli Jadu. Stay with us.
In just 1 year, TVC News Nigeria has redefined broadcast journalism, pushing the boundaries, breaking barriers, breaking the news with state-of-the-art technology, with more people on the ground and more resources across the country, providing informed views, reviews and reviews. We are everywhere you expect us to be. We are first with the news. TVC News Nigeria. First, accurate, reliable.
Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina is a worthy and eminent alumnus of this university, an exceptionally gifted and patriotic Nigerian, an uncommonly passionate African, and a man of no mean repute. He is a distinguished development economist and agricultural development expert with decades of international exposure and acknowledged competence. Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina holds a bachelor's degree with first-class honors in agricultural economics from this university in 1981. Mr. Chancellor, sir, Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina was the first student ever to bag this distinction in the history of this university. He obtained master's and PhD degrees in agricultural economics from Purdue University, United States of America in 1985 and 1988 respectively, where he won the Best PhD Thesis Award, and he was the first African to win the award in the history of Purdue University in the United States of America. The Chancellor, sir, Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina was again the first African ever hired for the Agricultural Sciences program in the history of the Rockefeller Foundation since 1913. Indeed, Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina has been well decorated with several global recognitions and awards for his work on agriculture, developing several successful and practical solutions to make agriculture work. This includes the laureate of the prestigious Yara Prize in Norway in 2007 for leadership in agricultural development in Africa and for development of the agro-dealer model. Part of the proceeds of this prize was used to institute prizes in our Faculty of Agriculture in this university. Secondly, Obafemi Awolowo University decorated him with the Award of Distinguished Alumnus of the university in 2009. He was recognized by Purdue University, USA as a distinguished alumnus in 2008. The Bologna Council for Agricultural Science and Technology Communication Award in USA in 2010. He was an outstanding black agricultural economist from the American Association of Agricultural Economists. He was awarded Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters in 2011 by Franklin and Marshall College, USA, one of the topmost colleges in the USA, for his extensive contributions to global development. Indeed, in 2013, Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina was ranked among the best 3 ministers in the cabinet of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina is a multi-talented technocrat and an international civil servant. He is relentless advocate for policies that improve opportunities for smallholder farmers in Africa. In his own words, and I quote, "My passion is to use agriculture to end hunger, create wealth and jobs, and drive equitable economic growth in Africa to lift millions out of poverty." He is frequently and widely consulted by the World Bank, United Nations, among many other organizations. Besides his accomplishments in the areas of agricultural policy and development, Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina is a prolific academic writer and mentor. He has published extensively in international journals, conference proceedings, and books on issues of agricultural development in Africa. He has also supervised several doctoral theses to date. The Chancellor, sir, it is with great honor and privilege that I present Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina for the award of Honorary Degree of Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa of Obafemi Awolowo University.
Welcome back. This is the Sunday interview. Our guest today is a former minister of the Federal Republic and now president of the African Development Bank. He is Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, how do you feel today? You know, I'm sure you get some kind of goosebumps, you know, coming back to your alma mater and getting this kind of honor. How do you feel?
Well, it was very, very special for me. It was quite emotional as well. Because as you said, I finished here in 1981. It's a great school. I've gotten quite a number of international awards in my career, but nothing beats this one because this is where the foundations for my career were actually, the foundations were laid from here. So to be so recognized with the Honorary Doctor of Science by my university, where I got my first degree from, it's a great honor. So I feel quite humbled by it, and I feel it's a great honor that I can be given by the university. I'm most grateful for it.
And your mom and your dad were in the hall, and you know, all that emotions, you know, everywhere. How did that make you feel? Them, you know, being here with you, and you know, they're not young anyway. So how did that make you feel?
Well, I thank God. It's all God's grace. My father is 94. And my mother is 85. And so for them to be alive and to witness this. In the same hall where they came in 1981, to witness me getting a Honorary Doctor of Science from here, it's a great honor, and I'm grateful to God for that. And it was such a joy to see them.
So tell me how instrumental your parents were to the success that you have become, because you are indeed a success.
Oh, well, you know, thank you for that. You know, 3 things that my parents actually taught me. It's that my parents sacrificed quite a lot. My dad and my mom worked so hard to make sure they put us into school. You know, don't forget that I come from a very humble beginning. So my dad sacrificed quite a lot to make sure that we went to school. He never, you know, there was never a time that our school fees was ever late throughout the time I was in school. And secondly, my parents also taught us discipline. My mother in particular, she could spank. She could really spank. And I got quite a bit of spanking. Because
I don't see any spanking lines on your body.
I was quite a naughty kid growing up. But she taught me the power of discipline, you know, to have a disciplined mind and approach to things. And obviously, at the end of the day, they also taught me the power of prayer. I took that from them. You know, they taught me how to pray.
So let's talk about your career as, you know, an agriculturist. Your dad is a farmer. Would you say that, you know, your career path was in a way influenced by what your dad, you know, is?
No, I think God must have wanted me in agriculture because, you know, I didn't want to go into agriculture. My father, who actually grew up as a farmer, when I wanted to go to university, I was just 14 years old when I finished from high school. And but my dad, who was then working in the government, then will fill all my forms. And the first choice will be medicine, and second choice will be vet medicine,
Okay.
and the third choice will be dentistry.
Okay, so all in the medical line.
Everything had to be medicine.
Okay.
So the first year they said, no, sorry, we can't take you for medicine, but we'll take you for agriculture.
Okay.
And my dad said no. And then I went for my first year of my A levels,
Okay.
medicine, dentistry, and vet medicine, same thing. They said, no, we'll take you again for agriculture. And I went for my A levels, second year, and I applied to the university. And they said, oh, we'll take you again for agriculture. So my dad said, God must want you in agriculture. And I must tell you, I love agriculture. Agriculture is a fantastic area because you have an opportunity to change the lives of people, in particular the lives of hundreds of millions of people who live in rural areas whose livelihoods actually depend on agriculture. So I always say agriculture has the greatest power more than any other sector to lift hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. I feel privileged that I'm actually in agriculture.
So looking back now, would your dad say he has regrets?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You know, my son, our first son, who is a medical doctor in the U.S., when he graduated 2 years ago, my father, who is 94 years old now, he came to the U.S. He was 92 years old, and normally my father calls me doctor. So at the graduation of our son, he said doctor. So I turned. He said, no, I don't mean. I mean the doctor. I mean the real doctor. So to which I turned to my father. Okay, I said, but even doctors will tell you, take 3 tablets 3 times a day, but only after food. It makes you that agriculture is more important than medicine.
Yeah, really, I think I buy that one. We're going on a short break now, and when we come back, we'll still be speaking with Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina. Stay with us.